Good morning, Sunday morning. This is going to be a real talk video here. So this morning on Facebook, like whatever happened to sandwiches and sandwich shops and like restaurants in Berks County, you know what I mean? Like there's a page and they posted a picture of my Nana and Pop sandwich shop, like, and the sign's not up because I have the sign, you know what I mean? Man, that was cool, but it gave me goosebumps because like there's so much going on, like, and I wasn't really gonna like get into depth with a lot of this stuff because this is personal, you know what I mean? Like this is a journey I'm on, and this is cool things I'm going through, you know what I mean? Like on an intimate level. So I don't know if I told the story to like a video or not, but when I was 24, like my grandfather was bedridden. He died about a month after this Super Bowl. Like I was 24, it was a Super Bowl, you know, and my grandfather died like a month later. So this was like one of the last moments I had with my grandfather, and he was on his deathbed, you know what I mean? So we're watching the football game, and like I always gambled, you know what I mean? Like I would like, you know, read the line on Tuesdays, you know what I mean? I was real, you know, I was real close in that community, you know what I mean? It was fun, you know what I mean, at that time. But it was slower, you know what I mean? Like it was a slower type gambling rather than like what we have today with like apps and stuff like that. But long story short, you know, we're watching the game and I'm losing the bet, you know what I mean? And my grandpa knows. He bailed me out so many times, like paying them debts I couldn't afford. He knew, you know. So we're watching the game and I'm losing, and like he would like feel it, like oh, like you could see like he was feeling your loss, you know what I mean? So, but he says to me, Charlie, if you gamble, you're going to be poor the rest of your life. And I said to my Pop, Pop, I'll never gamble again. And I didn't gamble for years. Years. And like 3 years ago, I started gambling. So long story short, I don't gamble anymore for real. Like it's the most freeing thing I've ever done. Not gambling is the most freeing thing that I've experienced so far. It's insane. It's way more than just the money. Way more. It's consuming. You know what I mean? So long story short, I went up to my grandparents' grave a couple weeks ago, you know, and I talked to my nana, I talked to my pop, you know, and I made some amends. I got current, you know, like I told my nana, like, you know, I've been going to church now, and like that's cool, you know, like I talked to my grandpop about a couple things. But the main reason I went there to recommit my commitment to him that, hey Pop, like what you told me about the gambling and what happened, like you didn't tell me that, like it wasn't in vain, you know what I mean? And I recommitted to him, Pop, I recommit you, like I'm done gambling, you know what I mean? And I am. So when I saw that post today, you know, like they were talking to me, you know what I'm saying? I know it sounds nuts, but like for me, on the intimate, on the personal, like it's just really cool, you know? You know, that's kind of like the experience that I'm going in my private life, you know, like I'm really amending some of that stuff, you know, and it's cool. So that was pretty cool. Like right now, my Nana and Pop and our whole family, you know what I mean? The whole Sarti family, like they're proud today, you know what I mean? Because like that's cool. So I love you, Nana and Pop, and I love you, all the Sartis. Dad, I love you. You know what I mean? You're the best. So anyway, that's a cool story. Have a great day.